It's a race the Democrats haven't won since the 1960s. Nebraska's first congressional district has been a Republican stronghold for over a half century. Congressman Jeff Fortenberry has held the seat for 16 years, but in this election cycle, the Nebraska Democratic Party says he's vulnerable and can be beat. The frontrunner for that seat is State Senator Kate Bolz of Lincoln, who, as reporter John Kipper tells us, has raised a whole lot of money to compete in the general election.
Past races, the Democratic primary winner in District 1 hasn't been able to raise much money to be competitive in the general. If Kate Bolz wins next Tuesday, that will not be the case, as she already has raised over $300,000, positioning herself to make things interesting come November.
This is a sea change year. There are a lot of things that are different in April of 2020 than any of us ever predicted. And I think people are paying more attention to this election than ever.
State Senator Kate Bolz thinks she can upset longtime Republican Congressman Jeff Fortenberry, but first she's got to win the primary. Her campaign centers on health care. She wants to keep private insurance, but also have the federal government offer a plan to all Americans.
I support a public option. I think anyone who is looking for health insurance should have an avenue to get it. I don't think it's necessary to take away any health insurance plan that someone is already happy with.
My perspective.
Bolz, who was born and raised in rural Otoe County, also is advocating for incremental change to our healthcare system. That means tax credits for small businesses who help employees pay for insurance, expanding Medicaid's ability to negotiate prescription drug prices, and capping out-of-pocket drug costs for those on Medicare.
As someone who was never a very good high school athlete, there's a lot of pride in getting to second base and a lot of desire to hit a home run. You can aspire for both and work on both.
She says the coronavirus pandemic has put healthcare front and center, and that her positions on healthcare have been reinforced by the pandemic.
For those of us who are fortunate enough to have health insurance coverage, it's a worry. For those people who are not sure where they will get their health care, it's a fear.
The congressional district Bolz is running for consists of Lincoln, Eastern Sarpy County, and it also goes up to Norfolk and as far south as Nebraska City. She says those constituents voted to pass Medicaid expansion by 9 points and will want a congressmember who can build a stronger health care system in Washington.
That tells me that the voters in this district want a healthcare champion.
Now, Bolz says during the pandemic she would like to see Congress pass more money over to hospitals and nursing facilities, but it's also an opportunity to invest in infrastructure and a new green energy economy. Reporting in the newsroom, John Kipper, 3 News Now.
John also spoke with Bolz' opponent, Babs Ramsey, who's running a historic campaign in Nebraska. We'll have her story Thursday.